Reading 703, Flipgrid number 1, Adam Heinrich. One thing I learned about assessing emergent literacy is that I'm still really trying to wrap my mind around the difference between the phonics, phonological awareness, and phonemic awareness. Just kind of when I think I get a good understanding of it, we do something new, and I find out that really still in the learning process of how running records work with these. Even just the smallest examples of clapping out syllables versus learning the M is the M sound in milk, for example. So another piece of learning that challenged my ideas and thinking about assessing emergent literacy was the idea of accuracy. When we went through the scoring process, I really was struck with how to maintain accurate results while the instructor was kind of coaching or teaching the child through the process. So when I was scoring, I found myself second guessing that process and on certain letters and sounds and words, and sometimes when the child missed the first answer, with a little coaching, they were able to correctly identify the right answer, and so I wasn't sure if I should score it a certain way, correct or incorrect. How do they get credit for that process when in the moment they seem to not know it, but then they really did know it? So that kind of ties in with the Clay article that we read about placing a lot of emphasis on testing, that systematic testing versus systematic observation. And so Clay makes the claim that there should be more of an emphasis placed on that, the running records and the day-to-day learning, and tried to outline that when we rely too much on the systematic testing results, we can make a poor choice in trying to predict learning situations when they're based on norms and averages. That's not very accurate. The progress of learning can also be kind of missed in that summative testing, whereas it's too late to change, or we might have missed an opportunity with that student, including, so I think often we forget to factor in there's a margin of error with all the testing that occurs. Clay also makes a statement that keeping the running records of text is probably the single most important item that will actually stand up better than others because it is neutral. You can use it with any reading system and get an accurate progress on whatever text you're using. And so I think overall, standard testing, that they have their place. However, I think if we're too eager to be, in the mindset of an all-in approach, it really loses out on how we observe the progress and how we report on students. And it doesn't really compare with more of the systematic observation approach that Clay talked about for keeping running records, and how it actually can be used to design and push your instruction to a higher level. I'd like to apologize. My internet is out of my house, and I had to come into my classroom, and it is absolutely freezing in here, so that's why I'm all bundled up. Thank you.